Thanks a lot, BJ. You know, we have several people that work here at the station that live south of the Interstate 630 area. Thomas Crowfull, who works here at today's THV, was affected last night.
Oh, yes.
Thomas, tell us what happened.
It was about 6:40, 7 o'clock. I'm not real sure because the power went out at that point. And the air pressure in the house just changed. I mean, it just completely...
But it dropped dramatically.
It dropped dramatically. And it sounded like there was a freight train in the living room. So I went to open the door to see what was happening, and then, bam, I mean, like a huge sneeze. Everything was just gone. My roof was gone. The front porch is now 2 blocks away. I mean, everything. And it happened that quickly. And then there was just hard rains after that. I went outside to check the damage on my house and heard people hollering for help. And the house behind us, there were 3 girls that rent there, and they were trapped in the house. From what I understand from rescuers, one of them was sitting cross-legged when the roof collapsed on her, and she took the entire weight of the ceiling on her knees, while her roommates, who had been sitting at her feet, were protected, and rescue workers were in there all night long trying to get all the debris off of them. Myself and a couple other people were running up and down the street trying to figure out ways for rescue crews to get in and out and see if there were anybody else that was injured.
You live on State Street.
State Street, 2309.
Pretty hard hit area, State Street?
Yeah,
it looks pretty touch and go in certain areas?
Our block was hit pretty hard. The street behind us, Gaines, for about 2 blocks is just a mess. About 2 blocks north, it's really messed up, and I mean,
was it mainly roofs that were ripped off the houses, or were some houses just completely destroyed?
Some houses were completely caved in, a lot of roof damage. Primarily it was just trees. I mean, all those big old trees were just blown all over the place. And I got out before I came here. I was walking around a little bit. The gas crews are out. They're still smelling gas in the area. Power lines for several blocks are down.
Wow.
So you're lucky to be alive this morning.
Oh, very much so, I would say.
Unbelievable. The same storm, or the tornado that hit Harvest Foods not too far away, also caused some damage around the governor's mansion. We talked to the governor last night, and he said he lost pretty much all of his trees. And the fence they just got through putting around the mansion, the trees fell on the fence, so now they're going to have to go in and replace that. So quite an evening.
Yeah, we had heard about the Harvest Food incident, or what was happening there, and there was a group of, I think, about 14 or 15 people that were heading over there after the scene I was at to see if they could help there, and marching over in the rain, and ran into one guy who'd walked all the way from Martin Luther King all the way to Broadway to check on his church. Wow. And he was stopping and helping people all along the way.
So when this was happening, you didn't realize at the time what was happening until you opened the door?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was just, we knew there was a storm happening, but you know, we were watching the live view and the reports and everything. And the last report we had, there was possibly a tornado at the Walmart way out on, I forget where, but way out that way someplace. And said, oh, you know, it's going to be 30 minutes, it'll die down, and then we're going to go out and we're going to grab something to eat. And then the power went off, and next thing we knew, it was a whole different world.
We're glad you're here to tell us about it this morning.
Thomas Crowfull, part of our today's THV staff. A lot of people affected by this. We're going to return here in just a few minutes. We're heading off to CBS. Stay tuned.
See the damage there, front windows there. If you look over to the right, you'll see the other window busted out there. See the light on the front porch is missing. You'll see more evidence that the columns are broken off right there. If you look up towards the roof, we'll see where the roof has been torn off. The porch used to be a 2-story porch and was attached there at the roof. Padding along the roof, you can see the damage done there. You can see on the corner there the break and the bricks where they're falling off. Good close look along the roof line there. See the cracks there. And another crack there. An overall view of the house. See, the screen there has been blown up, has been torn loose. This vehicle is directly to the rear of the house, or directly in front of the house on the street, and a tree fell on it. See the dents in the hood there, the broken glass, and the front windshield, the caved-in roof, it's clearly evident. See the damage there, the grill work there. See the dent in the fender, the headlights broken out, or the signal lights broken out, signal lamp. This is the driver's side of the vehicle. See scratches all along the side. More evidence there showing the roof caved in. This is a shot up front of the vehicle out front, the Nissan pickup, straight on the front, showing the damage done to the hood. And to the front of the vehicle, clearly showing the damage to the windshield. This is the passenger side, the front quarter panel. The trim is torn off above the wheel there. This is a shot of the rear of the Nissan Pathfinder that was out front of the house. Its position in relation to the house. And there's a better overall view of the house to show the damage done to it. Probably the most striking view I could give you, showing the overall damage. This is the right side of the house. I'm facing the house. You can see the first window on the bottom is broken out. And as we look down, you see the next window in line is also broken out. And if you look up, you'll see the damage to the screens there. Caused by the storm. If you look up, there's the edge of the roof line and the damage done to it. So the roof there towards the rear of the house, how it's broken. You can see the back porch. The screens are torn out on the upper level. And below it, you can see the plywood at the rear of the house enclosing the porch. That plywood was not there. That was very expensive old glass. Leaded glass. I believe it was leaded glass. I can't be sure on that. Thomas would know, but I don't know for sure. But I know it was older glass and impossible to replace with glass that age. This is the left side of the house while facing the house. These are the bricks that made up the columns on the porch that have been stacked to the side of the house. There's another evidence of the crumbled columns from the storm. There's more bricks all along the side of the house. These were part of the columns for the porch. There is the first window and the second window along the side of the house. You can see they're both boarded up. They were broken out during the storm. To the front here, you can see where the porch is also broken off there at the side of the house, where there was a side wall circling the porch, just like there is up front here. If you remember up front, there was a wall there. Well, this also broke off the side here due to the storm. And if you look up the side of the building, you can see where the roof is destroyed there. And as you look down the building, you can see that board at the very corner there, the edge there, is also destroyed. And you can see the tears of the screen there on the rear window. And if you look further down, this angle is not the best, but if you look further down, and we'll address it more when I get around back, you can see the damage to the rear porch screen there that was evident on the other side, and how the boards have come off the lower porch there. This area did not have a window around it. The boards there. And that's debris all from the back of the house, from the roof of the house.
What?
This is the back of the house. Try to give you a good overall view first. And we'll start at the top and work our way down. You can see the roof there where it's torn up, plastic has been put down. You can see that cupola, how it's damaged, how badly it's damaged. You can see the damage to the side of it. I obviously can't get up there and tape it better, but this gives you a pretty good representative sample of how bad it is. Below it, the screened in upstairs porch. You can see where the screen is missing there on the corner. And you can see underneath it, you can see the roof of that area there. Now it's been caved in from the wind and the rain. We'll address it better when I get upstairs. You can see all along here, though, you can see the screen's torn out. You look below it, you can see damage right along the area between the first and second story there, clearly evident. Below that, all this on the back of the building is insulation that blew out of the ceiling and the roof area in the attic, coating the back of the building, as you can see here. As well as the back door. Now, it may be difficult to show it, but some of these windows have been broken out due to the storm. There we go, we got a good shot right there. Show you the damage to the rear windows there due from the storm. As I said earlier, this is old glass and very hard to replace the same glass with the same glass. And that's a view of the back of the building. Now I want to address something that's right next to me, to my immediate left here, and that is this is the roof of the building, some of the storage shed, some of the ceiling, and just in general rubble from the house. None of this was here prior to the storm. Actually, at one point this yard was a showpiece yard used in a gardening program. Now, I'm going to move to my left here, and I'm going to address the first of two vehicles in the backyard here. It is an Isuzu Trooper. Isuzu Trooper. This is the front of the Isuzu Trooper. It was facing the house. As you can see, there's insulation all over the hood. The hood is caved in, and the front window is completely shattered. It'd be next to impossible to drive it and see through that windshield. It's how badly shattered it is. See where the roof itself has been caved in there at the top. And if you look down to the front, you can see also that the turn signal assembly is hanging loose. And when that one was put in, the other one fell out. Not necessarily connected to each other. This is the driver's side of the Isuzu Trooper. You can see it covered with insulation. You can see up at the front quarter panel here. You can see the scratches and dents caused by the debris from the roof of the house.
Actually, it had the shed doors wrapped around it. That's why there's that clear spot on the door and on the front.
Okay, there's the evidence where the shed doors were wrapped around it, the scratches in the paint. And more insulation from the roof of the house where the shed doors weren't. Before I continue into the rear of the Isuzu to show it, I want to show what I'm going to be stepping across. This is the shed that was out back. It was a three compartmented shed, a garage, an external garage to park vehicles in or to store things in. As you can see, it is completely destroyed by the storm. It extended all the way over to where you see Thomas standing at. And the whole thing was compressed into this area here due to the storm. We'll address that in a few moments, a little further when I get around behind the Isuzu, but this gives you a good overview of it. This is the back of the Isuzu Trooper. And when I'm standing here due to logistics, well, first of all, I want to address the fact you can see that it's covered with insulating material. It also gives you a better view, I think, here of the roof line of the Isuzu, and you can see the damage done to it from here. I want to address a couple other things while I'm standing here, however. One, I want to address the vehicle next to it, which was a Ford van. This is the front of it. You can see the insulating material that was dumped on it, and you can see the shattered windshield. Let me focus a little better there to give better detail. See the scratches on the hood are apparent and evident. And you can see the interior, you can see the side there between it and the Trooper. You can see the scratches on the paint, the insulation that was dumped on the whole thing, the broken mirror, the broken window sides, or not windows, side glass. And very clearly from here, you can see the roof line, you can see the dents and how corrugated that has become. I also want to address one other thing while I'm standing here. I want to give you a good shot of the roof of the building. From here you can see the roof real well. I'll zoom in and focus, and pull back. There you go. You can see the damage done to the roof there. The insulating material that's on the exterior of it now, the missing tiles, the general condition of the roof line there. See where the plastic is up top there? The cupola, how damaged it is. All that becomes very apparent from this angle here. This is an overview of the back of the house, and this shows you how far away the vehicles were parked from the house when they sustained damage from the falling house. This is the passenger side of the Isuzu Trooper. You can see the insulating material on it. See the bent antenna. You can see its general condition here on the passenger side. Now let's take a look at the passenger side of the van in a little bit more detail from this angle here. You can see the busted out rear window or side glass here in the back compartment. You can see how it's severely dented it is there in the roof, and how the side door is separated from the roof line, as well as at the bottom here. And here's a very good, you can see the insulating material and how well it is stuck to the exterior of the vehicle. Now let's address the rear of the vehicle here. This is the rear of the Ford van, Aerostar van. And you can see the rear glass has been destroyed, knocked out of it. As a matter of fact, even the windshield wipers now inside the compartment. While I'm standing here to the rear of the Aerostar van, I want to show the fence next to the house. This is debris from the storage shed, from the neighbor's house, from the fence, and all of that. The fence was in fine condition prior to this storm. It was solid, wasn't bowed, and this is the result of the storm. There's some of the, appears to be some of the shed wrapped in that tree there, the storage shed the vehicles are parked in front of, wrapped in that tree. Now I'm going to attempt to show the driver's side of the Ford Aerostar. This is the driver's side of the Ford Aerostar. You've got the insulating material all over it. And if you look back here about midway, you'll be able to see some dents in the side panel. It's surprising these windows weren't broken out too, a little bit higher than it would have broken out the window. Here's another view of the fence at this side here. Directly behind me is another angle of the storage shed and the damage done to it. Zoom in and focus a bit. As you can see, they had furniture stored in there. And this is the result of the storm. There's nothing, can't even be considered a storage shed anymore. Nothing but a pile of rubble now. And this is the living room in the house. It's on the, when facing the house, it's on the right side. As you can see, the window's been covered, boarded up and covered with plastic. And look above the window, this is to the front of the house. You can see the crack and the, above the window there. If you look across the room, you can see more cracks in the plaster there. I'm going to shoot this up the gain on this to 18 dB because of the darkness of this room. There's no way, there's no light, there's no electricity in here. There's the window on the right side of the house when facing it. All my directions will be in relation to the front, facing the front of the house. If I say it's the right side, it means the right side when facing the front of the house. Here's an interior screen or porch or French doors, and the glass there is busted, as you can tell. This is the wall here. To the left of the living room. There, you can see a little bit of buckling there, it looks like, right there on the wall, due to water seepage. Now you can see water stains for sure up there, where water has rolled from upstairs down.
I remember when I was a kid, Daddy had our house.
And this pretty much finishes up the living room area. This is the room towards the rear of the house from the living room. It's the dining room. And it's hard to show, but you can see when the lighting's not hitting it just right, you can see the water stain, a little bit of water stain for water seep down the wall there. And that white paint. The window here has been boarded up, of course, as we addressed outside. This is continuing around the room. That's a doorway to the back porch on the first lever. That was where it had been enclosed into a room. This is the doorway into the kitchen. And over here, the doorway to the basement or cellar. If you look up above that, this is where this some steps are. You can see the water damage there clearly. Running down to the basement door there. I'm now in the kitchen, which is to the left of the dining room, on the left side of the house. You can see here the water stains from upstairs on the wall, above the range and the refrigerator. This is the kitchen. Many things have been moved in here that weren't normally in here and weren't originally in here, just simply due to the nature of the upstairs. This is the left side of the house. See the window there? See beyond the door and to the hallway area leading back to the front of the house. You can see the stains on the wall there due to damage, water and whatnot. You can see above there, you can see the water where it dripped down the wall there. Very, very, very clearly. And that's the outside wall there. And this is the wall to the back of the house. In front of the porch area, the back porch area, which has been enclosed into a room. This is the back porch. I would address it more fully, but due to the storm, they've had to move a lot of things in here and store it, so it's impossible to get to the far side to show the true extent of the damage. But you can see in the background there the boarded up windows. And to the front, towards the front of the house where this porch connects, you can see damage there from the storm and the water draining down from up above. This is shooting along the rear of the house at the back of the house. This is the front room of the house. It's sort of a foyer area where the front door comes in. I'm facing the living room. If you look above that lintel, I guess you call it, I'm not sure, across this archway here, you can see the damage due to water draining from upstairs. And you can see more damage right there above the doorway. That's the front door. These are that area there is the windows beside the door there. Behind it is boards. The same with there. As you can see, many things have been moved in here simply to get from upstairs where the majority of the damage is. That is a closet. And this is a pan of the entire living room facing the left side of the house. This is the hallway leading to where the stairs are and leading to the kitchen. Around down this hallway from this foyer area on the left side of the house. First thing you come to is the bathroom. Not much in the way of damage here that's visible at this time. And if we go on around, you can see the condition of the floor right now. This floor was at one point very nice condition, but due to having to move objects, debris that was on it that got swept up and ground in, the floor all along here, as well as the hardwood floors in the rest of the house, have sustained some severe damage. But this is as good a spot as any to show you a representative sample of it.